So to highlight, I think the one latest update that just came through end of June were some label changes for lisocabtagene and Abecma. Basically, FDA examined the REMS requirement as well as safety monitoring across the CAR-T class, and now has removed the REMS monitoring for lisocabtagene and Abecma. Also, there were some key label changes to both lisocabtagene and Abecma, primarily with regards to requirement to stay within a certain proximity. Previously, it used to be 4 weeks from a healthcare facility. It has now been reduced for lisocabtagene and Abecma to 2 weeks. There used to be driving restrictions in place for all CAR-T cell therapy products, where patients were unable to drive for 8 weeks after infusion. And this is really very welcome news that the FDA has changed the label for lisocabtagene and Abecma, that the driving restrictions have now been reduced from 8 weeks to 2 weeks. And obviously, the REMS program has been completely removed. I think this really speaks to the safety of the products, especially lisocabtagene and Abecma, besides just the known safety, the known efficacy of these products. I think the next steps for us would really primarily involve figuring out how to change our existing programmatic approaches across all CAR-T sites, wherein previously we used to follow the label for patients to stay within the treating facility for 4 weeks and driving restrictions 8 weeks. I think that's going to be easy to just reduce the driving restrictions to 2 weeks. But in terms of when we are going to start planning, making our patients now stay local only for 2 weeks, I think it's going to have huge implications positively, because I think it's going to improve access for patients who previously, because of logistical concerns, inability to move for so long, lack of caregiver support for so long, we're really not able to choose CAR-T. And as the audience here is very well aware, especially with regards to lisocabtagene, it's a curative strategy, whether used in third line or second line large cell lymphoma. So I think offering this cure to one and all and everybody across any amount of socioeconomic disparities or logistical challenges is a huge win. So I think it's really going to be very important for every site which does CAR-T to change this to suit the current FDA label. I think it's very important to disseminate this information so patients are aware that the requirement for them to relocate has really shortened. I think it would make a huge difference to for the patient to know that it's just going to be 2 weeks now. So yeah, I think I'm very, very excited that this is one additional welcome step so as to promote improved access to patients. It will further mitigate healthcare disparities across the nation. So I'm very glad.